Okay, so you guys have sent in some really fascinating stuff, and it
Mm.
seems like everyone's kind of zeroed in on furniture fabrics. So today, we're going deep, really deep into this world,
Okay.
and we're going to be focusing on some information from Sunbin Chi at ASKT Furniture.
Right.
Now, they've been making furniture specializing in dining chairs for commercial spaces since 2015.
Interesting.
But what's really caught my eye is Sunbin Chi's been in this industry for like 20 years.
Wow.
And he's seen this massive shift, especially with European buyers.
Yeah,
Everyone wants performance fabrics.
they do.
So let's break this down. I mean, where else to start but with waterproof
Well,
performance?
it's amazing how something as seemingly simple as fabric
Right.
can have such a huge impact, right?
Right.
And Sunbin Chi starts with this image,
Okay.
a dropped glass of orange juice in a busy London cafe.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately, you can picture the chaos, right? The sticky mess, the potential stain, the clock is ticking.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you think, what are the real costs in an environment like that?
Yeah.
If your fabric can't handle something as basic as a spill.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah,
So it sounds like ASKT's solution, this nanoscale hydrophobic coating,
right.
it's a real game changer. It's almost like watching it in slow motion.
Uh-huh.
Liquid just beads up on the surface, it
Doesn't
does
it?
you that extra moment to wipe it away
Yeah.
before it can really soak in and cause any damage.
Absolutely. And, the data they share from that Munich restaurant group
Okay.
really highlights the impact, right? They're talking about a nearly 50% reduction in cleanup time,
Wow.
over 70% less liquid absorption.
That's huge.
It's not just a minor improvement.
Yeah.
Think about the sheer volume of spills in a busy restaurant.
Right, right.
Those numbers mean less staff time spent cleaning,
Right.
faster table turnover,
Mm-hmm.
ultimately a more efficient
Oh,
operation,
yeah.
especially during those peak hours, when things get really crazy.
So we're really talking about redefining what we expect from furniture fabric.
We are.
It's gone beyond just how it looks or how it feels.
Right.
It's about how it performs under pressure.
Absolutely.
And in high-traffic places where spills are going to happen,
Yeah.
Sunbin Chi is basically saying that waterproofing is non-negotiable.
You got it. And think about it. This applies to so many other areas, too.
Oh, yeah.
Healthcare, education, even just your family dining room at home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Waterproof fabrics, they're not just about avoiding stains.
Right.
They're about hygiene. They're
Yeah.
about protecting your investment,
Yeah.
extending the life of the furniture.
It's an essential feature now.
Absolutely.
Okay, so spills are one thing, but what about that everyday wear and tear?
Mm.
I mean, Sunbin Chi also mentions the challenges in places like busy cafes and co-working spaces.
Yeah, those high traffic areas.
Exactly, and that brings us to abrasion resistance, how well these fabrics stand up to,
The constant rubbing.
yeah, just all that contact and friction.
And this is where, thinking long-term is so important.
Right.
ASKT fabrics, they exceed 50,000 Martindale rubs.
Okay.
Now, to put that into perspective, that's a seriously durable level, right?
Yeah,
Designed to handle a lot of friction before you start to see any signs of wear and tear.
right. That's impressive.
Yeah, and what's interesting is it's not just lab testing. They're putting these fabrics through their paces in actual public spaces.
Oh, wow.
So those numbers, they're backed up by real-world use.
Okay, so then that example they give, that Berlin coffee chain with over 20 locations.
Yeah, think of them.
2 years in, no fabric replacements.
It's amazing.
You can just imagine the amount of traffic those chairs see
Oh, absolutely.
every single day.
Right. And think about it from the business side.
Mm-hmm.
The cost of constantly reupholstering or replacing furniture,
Yeah, it adds up.
it really does.
Right.
So this level of abrasion resistance, it's not just about aesthetics.
Right.
It's about saving money. It's
Oh.
about making that initial investment last.
And it makes sense, right? We've got spills covered, durability covered.
Yeah.
But Sunbin Chi also brings up something that you might not immediately think of.
What's that?
Breathable comfort.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just about how the fabric feels, right?
It's not just about the softness, no.
He tells this story about an uncomfortable faux leather chair in Poland,
Oh, yeah.
and it really drives home the point.
Uh-huh.
You can have a chair that looks great, it's built to last,
Right.
but if it's not comfortable to sit in for any length of time, it's kind of pointless.
Exactly. And that feeling of being trapped you know,
Oh, yeah, the heat, the moisture.
especially in a warmer environment or if you're sitting for a long time.
Yeah.
It just ruins the whole experience.
So ASKT's solution, this multi-layered construction,
Right.
it seems really clever. You've got the liquid barrier on top,
Mm-hmm.
but then this inner mesh that allows air to circulate.
It's like a breathable shield, you know?
It is.
It keeps the spills out,
Yeah.
but lets the heat and moisture escape.
And he mentions this ISO 1Bell92 standard.
Right, and their score is above 5.
Okay, so for those of us who aren't fabric scientists, what does that mean?
Well, RET basically measures how much a material resists the evaporation of moisture.
Okay,
Lower RET means better breathability.
got it.
So scoring above 5 is excellent.
Okay.
Shows that the fabric is really good at letting that heat and moisture escape.
Right.
And the feedback from that pilot project in that Polish co-working space,
Yeah, what was it?
people were saying they could sit comfortably for much longer periods compared to traditional materials.
That's great.
It is. And in a co-working space, that's crucial.
Oh, absolutely.
That translates to increased productivity, happy customers.
Yeah, people are more likely to come back if they're comfortable.
Exactly.
It all ties together, right?
It does.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Sunbin Chi also talks about this growing need for pet-friendly materials.
Yeah, it's a huge trend.
It's amazing how many businesses are becoming pet-friendly these days.
It is, but it presents a whole new set of challenges for furniture, right?
Right, I mean, we're not just talking about the occasional spill anymore.
Yeah.
We're talking scratches, pet hair,
Oh, the pet hair.
embedded deep in the fabric, a nightmare to clean.
It's the worst.
So it looks like ASKT's approach is using these anti-scratch filament yarns
Right.
and then combining that with a really tight textile weave.
It's like a double defense system.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like they've really thought this through.
Yeah, and they've put it to the test.
Right.
Over 1,200 cycles of claw resistance testing.
Wow.
That's serious durability.
And then they give that real-world example from the Netherlands, the Airbnbs in Amsterdam and Rotterdam.
Mm-hmm. Pet-friendly rentals.
6 months of continuous bookings, and the upholstery is still in great shape.
It is.
That says a lot.
It does. And for the property owners, think about the time saved on cleaning.
Oh, yeah. Less time battling pet hair, more time for everything else.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've covered spills, wear and tear, comfort. But Sunbin Chi also stresses something that's incredibly important.
What's that?
Certified safety.
Oh, right, the stuff the fabric is actually made of.
Exactly, the chemicals, the substances used in production.
Yeah, we don't always think about it,
Right.
but we're in constant contact with furniture fabrics,
We are.
especially children and pets.
Yeah.
So the chemical safety of those materials is really, really important.
It is, and ASKT's commitment here is impressive. They've got the standard 100 by OEKO-TEX certification.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's a globally recognized label. It assures consumers that the fabric has been tested for all sorts of harmful substances.
Yeah, it's comprehensive.
Pesticides, heavy metals, allergenic dyes, the whole works.
And it's not just about the finished product.
Right.
They test the raw materials too.
It's thorough.
It is. And then on top of that, they comply with REACH and EN 14362-1 standards.
So they're meeting those strict EU chemical safety laws.
Absolutely. And that example with the German retail chain focusing on families, it really highlights why this matters.
For a brand targeting families with young children,
Mm-hmm.
safety is a huge selling point.
It builds trust.
It does. It gives people peace of mind
Mhm.
knowing that the furniture they're bringing into their homes.
Right. And it's not just going to last.
Yeah.
It's safe for everyone.
Okay, so it's not just about choosing the right fabric, right?
No.
Sunbin Chi really goes into ASKT's overall approach to quality control.
It's impressive.
They've built this incredible infrastructure.
Yeah, and they're not just taking their supplier's word for it.
Right, they're doing their own testing.
They've got this 1,200 square meter R&D center
It's huge.
with a dedicated testing lab, even staged real-life environments.
They're recreating real-world conditions.
They are, and get this, they have 12 specialized testing machines.
12.
12.
Wow.
They're testing everything you can imagine.
Weight capacity, color fastness.
Impact resistance, fabric, tension, the whole 9 yards.
That's intense.
It is. And then they've got this really cool transparency measure.
Oh.
Their quality inspectors wear video recorders.
Really?
Yeah, they document every single test in real time.
That's next level accountability.
It is. It goes beyond just a written report.
Yeah.
It gives their partners and customers real confidence.
It does. It sounds like they're really going above and beyond.
They are.
So let's bring this back to you, our listener.
Right.
Why does all of this detail about functional fabrics really matter?
Well, It might seem like a niche topic,
Yeah.
but Sunbin Chi makes a really compelling case for its importance.
And it's about more than just the initial price tag, right?
So much more. Think about it. Dealing with product returns, negative reviews,
Right.
the constant cleaning, the maintenance, it all adds up.
Yeah, and he highlights that the fabric itself is often the root cause of these problems.
Absolutely. Stains, pilling, tearing, odors.
It all comes back to the fabric.
It does. And Sunbin Chi has seen it all firsthand,
Yes.
working with buyers across Europe for years.
Yeah.
He's seen the consequences of prioritizing looks or cost over performance.
Right. So what's the takeaway here?
When you invest in high-performance fabrics, you're not just buying furniture.
Yeah.
You're investing in the user experience.
You're minimizing headaches down the line.
Exactly. You're reducing service calls, extending the product's life.
And ultimately building customer loyalty.
Absolutely.
So, to wrap up our deep dive into the world of functional fabrics, we've seen how crucial waterproof performance is.
Yeah.
We've talked about abrasion resistance, especially in high traffic areas.
Right.
And we've explored the often overlooked but essential aspect of breathable comfort.
It's all connected.
And of course, we can't forget about the rising demand for pet-friendly solutions.
And the importance of certified safety.
It's clear that for anyone sourcing furniture, whether it's for restaurants, hotels,
Online platforms, co-working spaces,
anywhere really,
high-performance fabrics are a game changer.
they are. So if you're intrigued by what you've heard today and you want to learn more about ASKT Furniture and their approach, you can reach out to them directly.
Their email address is sales@sinoskt.com.
And if you prefer WhatsApp, their number is +86 1891 260 5997.
You can also check out their website.
It's www.asktfurniture.net.
So as you think about your next furniture project, I want you to really consider this.
Okay.
Look beyond just the aesthetics and the price tag.
Yeah.
Think about how focusing on material performance can transform the entire experience.
It's about longevity.
It is. And, it makes you wonder,
About.
what other seemingly insignificant material in other areas of your life or business might be holding you back?
That's something to think about.
It is.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Thanks, everyone.
Until next time.
See you later.